Very good morning, students. I welcome you all to today's English class. In today's class, I will be continue teaching you chapter number 25, that is direct and indirect speech. This is a very important chapter, so I request you please watch all the videos of this chapter very carefully and note down important things which I will be teaching you. Okay. So now talking about direct and indirect speech, if you remember, I have explained you if I directly say anything to you, that is indirect, and if my same message is conveyed to you by someone else, then that is what? Indirect speech. Okay, all of you take out page number 90. One video previously already have posted explaining what is direct speech. Today I will be only talking about indirect speech. Suppose I am writing here one example. First of all, indirect speech. Let me write one example here. From your book itself, I will take the example. Let's see, Mr. Gupta said, Mr. Khanna is good. Okay. Now, first of all, I will explain you a quick revision of direct speech. What are certain rules which I taught you in direct speech? I said this part is known as reporting word. Okay, and this part within inverted comma is known as reporting speech. First of all, this also, while I am teaching, I told you go on noting down the things. Okay, this part is known as reporting speech. Now look at here. What are the rules that I explained you? See, here Mr. Gupta is talking about whom? About Mr. Khanna, that Mr. Khanna is very good. So, reporting word is separated, reporting speech is separated from reporting word by this comma. Okay, this comma. These two parts are separated by comma. Exact word of the speaker is always written. This is the second rule which I am speaking. First rule is reporting speech will be separated from reporting word by comma. Clear? Now, exact words of the speaker is always written within inverted comma. So you can see this is the exact word of the speaker. So it is written within closed inverted comma. Clear? Second rule over. Now third rule. Third rule is the first letter of reporting speech will be always in capital. Okay. The first letter of the reporting speech will be always in capital. Third rule also over, and fourth and very important rule which you abide, because it is a very small thing, that is why you can misunderstand. Okay, and sometimes we overlook all these things. Always full stop will be put within inverted comma, means it will be inside, and then after we have to put inverted comma. Full stop will be always inside the inverted comma. So there are four rules. First rule is reporting speech is separated from reporting word through this comma. This comma you can see. Okay. Always the exact words of the speaker will be written within inverted comma. Second rule over. Third rule, always the first letter of the reporting speech will be written in capital letter. Fourth rule, always full stop will be written within inverted comma, means inside of that. And then after we have to close the inverted comma. So this was all about reporting, direct speech. Now we will talk about indirect speech. Let me write now example. This was example of the direct. Okay, example of direct. Now I am going to write here indirect speech. Okay. Mr. Gupta said, that Mr. Khanna is good. Mr. Khanna was good. Okay. Now you can see this thing which you can see here is an indirect speech. 1 minute, let me adjust the camera. Okay. Now what do we observe here? That all that comma here, comma in double inverted comma, everything is over. Okay, nothing you can see here. Where they have gone? Now let us see the rules written here. Okay, I will show you the book. Just see the book. Here are the rules. The rules of indirect speech are. Okay, now what are the rules? We'll see first of all. The rules are, rule number 1, do not use inverted comma. Now the inverted comma which you can see here in direct speech, while writing same thing in indirect speech, first of all double inverted comma will be missing. Okay, or it is the use of it's in O. The use of double inverted comma is O. So no need to write. Now second rule is no comma is needed to separate the reported speech from rest of the sentence. I told you this part of the sentence before comma is what? Reporting verb, and this part of the sentence is reporting speech. Now in the indirect speech you cannot see here any comma. Can you see? No. So in indirect speech no comma is required to separate reporting speech from reporting verb. So first of all double inverted comma went, now comma also went. Now what to do? Third rule. We use conjunction to join the reported speech with rest of the word sentence. Just see here which word is conjunction? That. Okay, this is what? Conjunction. Definition of conjunction you are knowing. The words which help us to join any two sentence or words are known as what? Conjunction. Like and, or, but, between, that. Okay. So here you can see that is acting as a conjunction which help us to join the reporting verb with reporting speech together. Okay. So here in order to join reporting verb from reporting speech we use what? Conjunction. Just now I have shown you. Now fourth rule. Tenses, pronouns and words denoting nearness of the time and position must be changed to their past form. Okay. In this very sentence you see, it is in which tense? It is in present tense. Is. Now this present tense has been changed to what? Past tense. You can see here, now is has been changed to what? Was. So this is the rule. Okay, always indirect speech is written in past tense. But here also some rules are there. First of all, you have to write down all the rules of indirect speech. 1 minute. Okay, all these rules of indirect speech you have to write down. Okay, direct and indirect you have to write down in copy and keep it in your mind. Okay, now I'll give you some words, how some of the words change their form from direct to indirect. Okay, and then next class we will see some more examples. How in different cases, how in simple tense, if reporting verb is in simple tense, how it will change in indirect. Okay, what are the changes that will occur to them? So first of all write down the words. Now let's write. Direct speech. You have to write down this thing in your copy and learn it. Direct speech. Here, indirect speech. Okay. Now words like this. The use of this you will understand tomorrow when I will explain you in broad. Okay, now you write this and these will change to that and those. Here will change to there. Now will change to then. Ago, before. Today, that day. Tonight, that night. Yesterday, the previous day. The previous day, or you can write that the day before. Okay, tomorrow. Tomorrow will change to the next day. The next day or the following day. Okay, now some more words are there. Write it down fast. Now first 4 I am rubbing. Last night or last month. Whether it is last night or last month. It will change to the following week or the following night. All these things I am telling you today. In next video you will see its use. The following night or for this the following month. Okay. Now next is next week. For next week also same thing, here only you write next week. No, separate next time. For next week, what will be the change? In indirect speech, you can write it the following week. And you have to learn this also. Okay, keep this all things in your mind and learn it. Now, if it is said or it is said to, then it will change to asked or inquired. Okay, asked or inquired. Same way, if can is there, it will change to could. May is there, it will change to might. Okay, will is there, it will change to would. So write it down. If must is there, then it will change to had. Okay, if will is there, it will change to would. Can is there, it will change to could. May is there, it will change to might. So these are the few things which you have to write down in your copy and learn. In next class, I will teach you the difference, how to different conditions I will be discussing. Okay, so thank you everyone.